Hey there. Every day I talk to massage therapists around the country who are interested in opening their own massage school, but they really don't know where to start. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to give you strategies for how to open your own massage school if that's something that you're really interested in doing. There's never been a better time in the US to open a massage school than there is now. There is such high demand for massage therapists from the employer side. There are so many jobs available right now, and since the pandemic, the jobs are paying better than ever, as well as clients who are seeking out massage therapists. And there's less massage schools in the country right now as well. And so that's created a tremendous opportunity for somebody like you who's dreamt about opening a massage school but doesn't know how to or where to start or have the time for doing it. So let's get started. My name is Shari Aldrich, and I'm the owner of Body Mechanics School of Myotherapy and Massage. I'm also a coach for massage school owners all around the country. And to date, we've helped 20 schools open in 15 different states across the U.S. And I love what I do. I love helping the entry level massage student, and I love helping massage school owners get started and then coaching them. So, like I said, there is tremendous opportunity, and it really bodes well for you if this is something that you've dreamt of. For most part, massage therapists want to open a school for a couple of reasons. One is their town needs one, right? They see that there's a need for school. Students talk to them and they're driving 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours to find a school that could help them. And so there is need in their community. A second reason that's pretty high is they're an employer and they're having a hard time finding massage therapists to employ in their business. And so they want to open a school to basically create a funnel for employees into their business. And then lastly would be that they feel that they could do a better job of running and managing a school than the school that they went to. Those are three very common reasons that people talk to me about opening a massage school. And so let's talk about the pros and cons of opening a school. So pros would be impact, right? And so talking to potential students, creating an impact in your community, helping interested students, continue on that journey. To becoming a massage therapist would be a strong pro. Leadership, right? Being seen as a leader in your community in the massage industry definitely gives you a leg up on other massage therapists. Freedom, right? And so being able to kind of navigate or traverse a path of your making would definitely be worthy of that. And then the financial impact as well, right? So one-to-one as far as like you as a massage therapist to working with a client to one-to-many, right? And so you're able to scale your business in a way that you can't do when you're working one-on-one with a client behind a closed door. So those are some pretty significant pros. Cons to owning a massage school. There's many, and so you definitely need to be aware of them as you consider this path to really make sure that you have the bandwidth to do it and the risk tolerance as well. And so regulations, right? So from city, state regulations, even into some federal, depending on the type of school you want, if it's accredited or accepting the GI Bill. So there's regulations that you need to be aware of. Definitely financial risk, putting down money to start a school, leasing space, buying equipment and all that is a massive financial risk. And so we're going to talk strategies on this call today as well. Staffing, right? Being able to find employees to hire. So whether it's instructors or administrative help, there's definitely need on the staffing side. And so being able to communicate with and hire quality staff that will share your vision and your mission is definitely something to consider. And then ultimately, depending on the type of school that you have, there's a burnout risk as well. I've always said that owning a massage school can be kind of lonely. There's not a lot of peers that you'll have in your community that understand what you're going through. And so dealing with difficult situations, challenging students, challenging staffing issues, building issues, leasing challenges, whatever it is, there's a high risk for burnout as well. And so going into owning a school and understanding the pros and the cons is something to really take into deep consideration. My journey to school ownership was to buy a school. I graduated from body mechanics school in Olympia, Washington in 2006, and I started teaching at this school. I was in a position to buy the school in 2010 when the founder of the school was closing it due to the economy. So I bought a school during a recession and then was able to build the school up and grow it. I've since then opened another campus for myself in Vancouver, Washington, so 90 miles away from my main campus. And then during the pandemic, I opened another campus in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And so understanding how to scale the school is something that I'm also familiar with, and also the startup journey as well. And so getting into the steps of how to start a massage school. Number one, I would say that you should probably sit down with a journal and document your vision and your mission. What your North Star is, where it is that you want to get to, and what type of student do you want to work with. My school heavily focused on treatment side of doing body work, and so really helping people figure out their pain syndromes or dysfunctions that they have, and then teaching the students how to apply strokes in a certain way to help somebody overcome a dysfunction or pain in their body. Others schools that we've worked with, they're really more into the spa protocols, which is great. And so you just have to have a plan of where it is that you want to get to, right? And understanding the type of curriculum that you want to create. Once you have that North Star, I like that as a concept of thinking of your vision as your North Star. At that point, it's really important that you understand what the state regulations are. I will tell you that in many states, finding the regulations for owning and managing as a massage school is very challenging. And in helping 20 schools around the country, we've definitely figured out some strategies of finding out that information. But downloading the state requirements. Some states are really, really specific that you have to teach so many hours of anatomy and physiology, so many hours of pathology, so many hours of massage theory and practice, so many hours of business or ethics or student clinic. Other states are a little bit more kind of broad and open, where they'll say 600 hours of massage school and this many hours of student clinic. So basically downloading and understanding what your state regulations are is going to be the next most important thing that you do. And in that, many states have a two-step process to go through to get your school approved. One will be Board of Massage or Department of Health, or some is under Board of Nursing. It just depends on your state and their regulations specifically. But not downloading, but that is one arm of getting your school approved, is understanding that entity. That side commonly is going to be looking more at your curriculum, more at instructor credentials and why they can teach, and then making sure that you're meeting each of the subject area teaching or lessons that you need to do in each of those subjects. The other entity that is going to approve a school is more on facilities, floor plans, fire inspection, zoning, state licenses, things like that. And so that's commonly called higher education, Bureau of Post-Secondary and Private Education. In my state in Washington, it's workforce training. And so just understanding that in most states, there's two-step process that you have to be approved by. And you'll need to reach out to both of those entities individually to set up accounts and find the regulations, download them, and start completing the applications for them. Part of your process is going to be business planning and financing. And so business planning is going to get into how much you want to charge for tuition. And are you going to have payment plans? Are you going to require that the students pay their tuition prior to graduation? Or can they extend payments after? Are you wanting to be accredited? Are you wanting to work with GI Bill? What other things would we consider? The overhead as well. So how much is your rent? How much is the phone bill? How much for electricities or utilities? And how much are you going to pay your instructors? Are you going to hire an administrative person as well. So really kind of look at a profit and loss statement, and projecting how many students do you need to meet the overhead that your school's going to have. Um, Financing also could get into, are you going to finance the students? Are you going to work with any type of lending agency to help students pay for their tuition? So there's a lot to the business planning and financing, and also in um, that frame, you might think many states also require that you actually write a business plan as part of the submissions. From there, we're going to get into actually creating and developing the curriculum. Curriculum is going to include lesson plan, lecture notes, PowerPoints, or whatever you're going to present for the students, quizzes, exams, student handouts, any extra assignments or activities, and really thinking about each class specifically, and how do you want to, uh, you know, um, get the information across to the students so that they learn and comprehend and understand what it is that you need them to understand. Some tips that will help with this could be the ELAP, the entry level analysis project that was completed back in 2013. It's going through a revision as we speak, but also downloading FSMTB's kind of the MBLEX requirements and expectations, so you understand what's going to be on the exam, so that you make sure that your curriculum will also address what students are going to find on the MBLEX. Also then into that is going to be compliance as well. And so again, understanding what the state expectations are, what your vision is, and then the curriculum itself, and how each of these are going to line up in a way that's going to take your program towards your North Star, and what it is that you want graduates of your program to know and understand about massage therapy. And I calculated it out once as far as a 700-hour program, and creating content for every hour of your class. At a minimum, I would budget at least 5 hours of time for building curriculum for every class that you're going to create. And again, that's going to be creating the lesson plan with learning objectives, lecture notes for the instructors, PowerPoint, student handouts, any quizzes and exams that tells the state how you're measuring the student's understanding is really important. And so at least 5 hours for every class. Location and licensing would be the next step. You don't need to have your physical location right out the gate, right? It doesn't have to be the first thing that you think about, but definitely you're going to need to have your space figured out before you submit your application to the state. Part of the application will be on facilities, and so you need to consider zoning of the space to make sure that your school can be there. You need to consider how much space do you need. Do you want to have individual rooms for the student clinic or use curtain cubicle system? My best recommendations is kind of a big warehouse. And then inside of that depends on how many students you want. If you want 6 students in a class, obviously the space can be smaller. If your vision is upwards of 20 students, then you're going to need a larger space. And just kind of for context, if you want treatment rooms to be built, that adds another element to financing for you to consider. Building out treatment rooms in a purchase and sale or a lease situation is going to drive cost up. So I'd recommend that you look at curtain cubicles as a start out versus walls in treatment rooms. Licensing, you're going to get into fire inspections, certificate of occupancy, zoning, I talked about that already. Most states require a surety bond for you to get started, and so that's going to be part of the licensing as well. And so figuring out what all of that means. Surety bond is an insurance policy essentially that will cover student tuition if something happens to your school. And you can find that through your business insurance, they'll commonly know what a surety bond is, or they'll be able to point you in the right direction of how to find one. From there, prior to submitting, you're going to have staffing in place. Who's going to be the teacher of anatomy? Who's going to teach kinesiology? Who's going to teach massage theory? Who's going to teach business? Who's going to teach student clinic? Smaller schools, well, I have noticed a trend where the owner is also the main instructor for most of these courses. And it's definitely doable, but it is also very physically taxing on you to be the only instructor teaching every day. I've definitely been there myself, and it is a lot. So consider hiring one or two other instructors in that. And then, kind of, you're going to have to figure out your pay scale with that instructor as well. I've seen some states paying their staff $18 an hour for teaching, upwards to 35 to 40, depending on the education level. For example, if it's a chiropractor teaching anatomy, you might pay them at a higher rate than you do your massage therapist. So that's just something else to consider. And then, submitting the application to the state it's a big thing, and it's definitely something to celebrate once you get there. And having, again, your North Star of where it is that you want to get to is definitely helpful, because from there you're going to dive into marketing your school. Once you're approved, getting your website built, social media pages and whatnot, and then understanding the type of student that you want to come into your school. I will tell you this, that every state that we have worked in so far does not allow you to market your school before you are an approved school. And this would circle back up to that financial risk. And so, do you have enough money set aside to float covering for the rent, to float covering all of the overhead of running a school without being able to market that school to get students to come in and start paying? That's definitely a lot to think about. And then enrolling students once you are approved. And so this is definitely something that is, it's a lot, and I'm not going to make light of it because I see it on everybody that we've helped open schools. It's stressful and gets into, a lot of money. But what I will say is that we do offer this program where we help open massage schools around the country. And if this is something that you're interested in knowing more about, I definitely welcome the conversation. I'd encourage you to reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram. I do have a free downloadable report that you could ask for. Find me on Instagram and put in YouTube in a chat with free download starting a school, and I'll definitely get that sent off to you. And the type of person that we have found that has worked with us, that likes to work with us, is somebody who's really busy and doesn't have the time to do all the legwork and the research that's required, because we do that all for you. We do all of the research on your state regulations, and we get your North Star vision out of you, and we match your vision to state requirements, and then we do the application to the state for you. And then also the type of person that wants coaching, the person that doesn't want to go into this without having somebody on their team who's been there before. And that's definitely where we come in. And like I said, we've helped so many schools around the country and work with so many different types of massage therapists and chiropractors to help them get their schools opened. And so if this sounds like this is you want some help to get through this and to take some of that burden off of your plate so that you can keep working to earn the money that you need to cover the overhead, then this is definitely something that's worthwhile. And the pros definitely are really exciting. The transformative journey that students go through in school, it's a beautiful thing to see. And so I definitely would encourage at least the conversation. I do have payment plans that I work with everybody on as far as working with us. And again, if you reach out to me, we can have that conversation of what that would look like to work for us. If you want to do it on your own and you want somebody to talk to, I'm still here for you, right? It's my passion is helping you be successful. So Yeah, that's what I wanted to say today. If you're not already subscribed to my page, I really would appreciate that. And if you know of somebody that wants to open a massage school, please share this video with them. If they need more details on steps of opening the school, then schedule a time to talk with me or just be happening here in my office, or find me on socials and ask your questions. All right, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and we'll chat soon.